See that? You want to bend them so they feel like they're on a shelf. And you resist it. Down and out. Coming up, you resist it. Hold it. Drop. Okay, so we do 4 of those. How many? What's next? Not those arms. Not yet. You've dropped them, right? Now you're going to circle them. Now again, when you circle, you really use your core right here. Bend those elbows a little bit and then stretch them, but not taunt. 8. There's a resistance lifting and a resistance coming down. Then you reverse it. And you guys can stop me and ask questions, anything.
Is it 8 times and
4.
then reverse it?
4 of them.
4, so 8 altogether.
8 altogether, but 4 one direction, down and up, and then 4 in. So 4 out, 4 in. Okay, now what's next? Yes. Arms out, and again, you want to keep soft elbows, weight forward. You want to rotate the elbows and the wrist and hold it so you feel like your elbows are forward. And then you want to rotate it back without dropping the arms. And incorporate your head. You want your head up, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, down, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3. And while you're holding 4, you're rolling those elbows to the ceiling on the way down. On the way up, you want the elbows to go forward. And you feel the sternum right here. Okay. And now what's next?
That was 4 times?
That was 4 times. And I'm looking for the mechanics of all this done properly. I want you to feel it, is really what I'm saying. The next is the bow and arrow. Right here. And we keep everything tight and we pull.
How do you call that?
This one I'm calling the bow and arrow. Bow and arrow. So you stretch. You want to pretend you have a wall in front of you and a wall behind you. So when you stretch that bent left elbow, for instance, in this case, you want it to go back into the ceiling at the same time. Don't let it go forward. Everything is stretched. It's a lateral, call it a lateral stretch. Lateral is when you move this way or that way. So that's a lateral, bow and arrow, lateral stretch. And you resist it right here coming in. You have to resist it from coming in. You want to feel that coming in. It shouldn't be easy to go out, hold, and resist it. Bend that elbow slow-mo. See this muscle, how it's working? That's what you want to do. You want those muscles to work. Okay. So now we get to do this one. This one is probably technically the most difficult because it's, as women, we're not very strong in the arm area. We want to feel those muscles, so we want the body to slightly be forward as we're walking, which is really hard to do. So most of you do this. And you want to keep the arms together. And you want the wrist to bend, the elbows. Keep the elbows on a high shelf, like right across your armpits. And then unfold the wrist, and then the hands go stretched out. But again, bend those elbows. Pretend you have a droplet of water right here. Right now, I'm working those. Can you guys see that muscle right there? Just by holding it out here. And my core is really working. So you want to lift those elbows up. Don't drop them in the water. 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. It's a workout. Whew. I only did 3 of those, and I'm like,
What is the number?
How many do I do?
you do 4.
What about the?
Everything else is 4, except for the swing up and down. That's 8. Then the going backwards, again, very important to hold at the end of your weights, you want to, let's see, I'm sorry. Your elbows are up and together, and you want to take the elbows back together and to facing the ceiling. And you want to stretch, head will go down. 3, 4, in, pass your arms and touch. 4, and back, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4. So you want it to always touch. And get those elbows up, not out here. A lot of you do this. You're not, you're defeating the whole purpose. Questions on that one?
I thought it went back and then into your arm.
It
and
went
then
back 2, 3, 4, in, keep the elbows where they are, and only the arms go in, the hands go in. You don't bring the elbows in, because you want to leave everything back here. Okay, so I think that's all, unless you guys can think of something for the